Hello, I'm Gwen Bonilla and I'm the president of Touching Stories. And today we're going to do a demonstration of the use of the kit for Renee's Ride. Now Renee's Ride is a very special story to us here at Touching Stories. We're really committed to having more and more stories in our library that really reflect the lives of the people who hear the stories. And so this story was brought to us by someone that we met a long time ago, who found out quite by accident that she loves anything that goes real fast. And so here's the story of Renee's Ride. One day, Renee sat in her wheelchair at the top of a hill. At the bottom of the hill, she saw a lilac bush. She loved lilacs. And so, she released her brake. Now, as part of your prep, and the prep is of course just like with every other kit, the prep is listed on the back of the card, the story on the front, the prep on the back that tells you how to prepare every board so that you're not having to fumble with hinges and getting things ready as you're telling the story. And as part of your prep, you should have made sure that that brake was in the locked position, pressed right up against this tire. And so, when she releases the brake, it comes off the wheel. And then with each participant, you put it back into that locked position and let them release the brake. You may have to do this hand over hand. This requires some fine motor skills that not everyone possesses. So you may have to guide some of your folks in doing this. Faster and faster she went. The wheels whined loudly and the wind blew in her face. The wheels whined loudly and the wind blew in her face. Now this is a barbecue bellows. It's designed to get those coals going nice and hot when you make a barbecue, but it makes such a great whirring sound. And it makes a wonderful breeze. Now because it is so loud, in this case you're not going to actually demonstrate the item until you have finished the full line of the story. As always, you say the line first, and then you go to each participant and repeat that line over and over again. Wind is kind of a touchy thing. We have a lot of stories that have wind effects in them because it's a great sensory effect, but some people are very sensitive to wind. So you always want to start by aiming the wind at an arm. And if somebody doesn't like it, they'll pull that arm away. You'll know that you're done. But if they like it, if they smile, just gently bring that up and keep blowing that breeze right into their face. Not right in their eyes or right in their mouth, but kind of aim for the chin. She rolled and rolled down the hill. The neighbors saw her and they came running. The baker came running with an apple pie in her hands. Now this is one of everybody's favorite scents. It smells just like apple pie. Some people really love the scent, some people don't. I always start with the scent about 6 inches from the participant's nose. If someone's very sensitive, they'll pull back. If someone really likes the smell, they'll go forward. Now, that's great, and we want people to explore, but we also want to be safe and we want to be hygienic. So, sometimes tongues come out when the smell is really good. We want to prevent any kind of licking, tasting, etc. So one trick is to just put one hand on the participant's shoulder and with the other hand offer the scent. That way, very gently, you can kind of control how close to the scent the participant comes. A house painter slid down the ladder to chase after her. A house painter slid down the ladder to chase after her. Now this is a washboard. Obviously it doesn't look like a ladder, but that's not really the point. This is a tactile board, which means that it's intended to feel like that feeling if someone were to slide down a ladder really fast. That's the feeling that it gives. And so one by one you're going to, as you say the painter slid down the ladder, let them feel that sensation. Oh, I gotta reach for this one. A cat sprang to the rescue, knocking over a trash can as she left. Now this is one of those sounds that's very, very loud and can be startling. One good trick always is to check and see who has sound sensitivities. If someone is really sound sensitive, make sure they're positioned kind of on an end. And then when you get to that person, shake it a little bit more quietly. But for those who don't have sound sensitivities or who love sound, it's a great sound of a trash can clattering to the ground. The paleta man gave chase, ringing his bell on the paleta guard. Now this is a great one for people who have CP because oftentimes the only finger that they really have a lot of access to is their thumb. And this is the thumb bell. Let's backtrack for a minute though. We talk about the paleta man giving chase. Now here in Denver, where we're from, the paleta man is a fixture in a lot of neighborhoods and communities. Paletas are popsicles, but they're very, very much of the Latin American tradition. And so the paleta man is a Latin American individual who comes around with Mexican paletas and he rings a bell just like this. If paletas aren't common in your community, feel free to change the words to the popsicle man, the ice cream man, the gelato man, or woman, as the case may be. But no one could catch Renee. She kept going faster and faster. Her stomach dove down to her toes. So the way to have participants enjoy this one with you is very simple. You have them stick their finger through the hoop here and have them pull as you blow. Of course, if there's more than one person using a kit, you want to clean with an alcohol swab between tellings. The hill flattened out and Renee slowed down. Now in this case, you, the teller, are actually the sensory experience. With your voice, you're going to demonstrate how the wheelchair came to a stop by speaking very slowly as you say, slow down. That one doesn't have to go person to person. That can just be told in the middle of the room. And the chair stopped, and she found herself right next to that lilac bush. Blue lilac scent. Same rules as with the apple pie. Safe and sound. And that's the end of the story of Renee's ride. Feel free to look at this video over and over again for help, for tips. Feel free to practice with your own kid as you're watching. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at gwen@touchingstories.org. Thank you.